Here we are with another Kassadin game, again with MURAMANA in the mid lane. If you do not know why I build MURAMANA yet, then please do check out the original Season 6 guide or any of my other Kassadin videos after this one. I'll do a brief explanation. Your MURAMANA will proc on your Q, your auto attacks. It'll apply on your W twice, which is also an auto attack reset. So if you auto attack into W, that is 3 MURAMANA procs. Add the Q, that's 4. Plus, Kassadin has a massive synergy with mana on his ultimate, in terms of just having lots of mobility and having a damage ratio for mana. So this is a lane against Heimerdinger, and Heimerdinger is, well, what can I say, if you fought against him before, you know how boring he is. Not for the case of, oh, I don't know where I meant to go with that, but it's kind of a case of you're just kind of oppressed, you're automatically zoned by these turrets. Even as a jungler, he's really boring because it's really hard to gank him. And I was in communication with my jungler. I told him a tip, which I would say, if you ever are a jungler and are fighting a Heimerdinger, save your smite when you gank him. I don't mean to smite him, I mean to smite one of the turrets to lower that damage, because otherwise, if he's kiting around the turrets, it's just an easy way for him to potentially get a double kill if you gank him. Now, for the build start I went for Mana Crystal refillable potion, and that's because I want an early tier, and the sooner I get tier, the sooner I can start stacking, the sooner I can get my mana, the sooner I can power spike. That was a dumb decision there, don't ever go too close. The idea was that because Heimer, whilst yes he zones me very well, this is the mid lane, and therefore it's hard for him to actually kill me. The W and E don't do enough. His turrets are not under the tower, so I can freely farm as I wish. If I use my Q properly, which I am maxing this game, then I won't take much turrets damage from his stuff. Occasionally I'll go in and cheekily swipe at them, using my abilities at any time I can really. I'll even last hit with Q, I'll randomly harass with Q, I'll attack a turret with Q. All that so I can stack that tier. At the same time, you don't want to mindlessly waste your abilities by doing a Q on something that will make you miss the last hit, anything like that. Anyway, this lane is kind of boring until about level 6 when we can actually start doing things. And even then, I won't be ulting in on a Heimerdinger. So speaking of getting faster abilities, there is a really good nice case of getting Mana Moon early now because it stacks way faster. It will stack 5 mana per proc rather than 4 mana before. All on tier, 4 mana, that's how much it stacks. And not only that, but you can auto attack more often than you can reliably spend abilities. If your ult is quite spammy, but if you spam it then you lose all your mana. So there is a case for getting Mana Moon. That's there. What I just did when I Riftwalked onto nothing. If you don't know what that's for, if you look in the bottom left, you can see that for some reason it's ticking down even though I've paused the game. But that was because I want to charge up my ult damage. The ult damage will increase additively in damage every time you use it. It will also double the mana cost. So me doing that is just for me to get a little more damage when we kill this guy because Nocturne's coming in. Anyway. So there's Nocturne, he'll go in, I go in as well. I use Exhaust just to stop him from potentially killing me, and Nocturne takes the kill. Simple as that. I believe he smited one of the turrets which helped us get in there. And honest to God, if he didn't do that and if I didn't use Exhaust, I would have probably died. Due to just how much damage those turrets can do. So first back I get Catalyst. I think it's still called Catalyst the Protector. No, Catalyst of Eons. And Boots. Catalyst will go into Abyssal Mask whenever I want. Abyssal Mask is a really nice item by the way. Especially for when you want to be against someone like Heimerdinger. Catalyst itself is decent sustain in the early game, so it's nice to have. It's also a decent mana sustain and decent stats. Unfortunately, not much to say here. It's just a kind of really boring lane until ganks come. But that was the whole idea. Because I knew that this was going to be a boring lane, I wanted to get the fast tier and eventually get the fast mana moon, so I can stack way faster and have a 20-minute Muramana, which wasn't really possible before, not on Kassadin anyway. During this game, I find that I'm a little disappointed in the amount of damage I can do, and my way of fixing that wasn't to build literal damage in the form of like AP or even AD. It was to buy more mana, so I could get more damage off with my Muramana and my ults. Anyway, I walked there into a bit of trouble with the fresh, Fiddlesticks being as useless as Fiddlesticks unfortunately is. Yeah, Rumble goes in for the gank this time, gets an ult off which eliminates some turrets, and then my Thunderlord's W is enough to finish him off. That's easy enough. It's what happens with Heimerdinger going so far ahead and having his turrets up all the time. It means that he pushes a lot and is susceptible to ganks all the time. The only reason he's not susceptible to ganks is because for a short time people will be quite afraid of his turret damage. But as I built some defense, it's becoming a lot easier to manage. Now we got our mana moon. Let's check the stacks on it. 338. So I got 338 stacks by 12 minutes on tier, and now in just about 7 minutes we're going to get that to 700. 750, sorry. So just about. That is an increase in speed because 12 minutes to get 350, and then just 7 minutes to get. Or 8 minutes to get the rest of it. That's a good increase of speed. It also helps that I've got a Riftwalk now to spam. Anyway, I go up top. There's a Sion here. He ults and I can't quite get in there. I give him a Q, Rumble goes in and then flashes away from the Sion passive. And it's out. In some kind of shock, Sion just kind of stands there and dies. And that's enough for us to get the First Blood tower. Is it First Blood? I think it is. Is it? Yeah, it would have been First Blood Tower. It just didn't come in chat for some reason. I believe we... I don't know what happened there. Oh right, I killed minions and then wanted an item. The item being... Sheen. Sheen is a really good item on Kassadin for obvious reasons. Gives mana, gives the proc. And we'll go into the Iceborne Gauntlet to give even more mana. A common argument I get is, why don't you just build AP with Muramana? And also, I am actually devising a build to do that, or rather just be kind of full offense with Muramana as well. And the reason is because that extra durability does lead to a lot of possibilities. Well, if you stay squishy, then you're killing someone, but you might as well build AP. The true advantage of Muramana, I feel, is that ability. It's not only maximizing mobility, but also to build defensively while building offensively, and to great effect. Let's check, Mana Moon is now at 578, so in just about 4 minutes we got up to 578 stacks, which is a decent amount of AD. Rumble ults a minion wave, and that's all we want to do really. Just to stay them off the tower for a bit whilst our bot lane comes in. Our bot lane, by the way, has an AP Malphite support. I say support. He ulted one person, but the AoE from our team and the clumping of the enemy team is enough for us to get some damage off there. Malphite got a triple kill. His ult was pretty pathetic because he got one person, but I guess the rest of it was pretty damn good. What do I do there? Not very much. I just kind of... What's up? At this point in the game, my contributions in team fights like that won't be on the large side. So okay, we see Malphite goes in, Rumble with the overheating Q. I go in, and yeah, all I do is kind of hit what I can, meaning the Sion, because everyone else is already dead. Overall, that was just it's more of a Rumble. That's a Rumble team fight. Another thing that Sheen is that it gives incredible tower pushing power. when you use Sheen or Trinity Force or Lichbane, whatever, what have you. Anyway, that should be enough. Nope, that's enough for a Glacial Shard. Because I guess all that happened there was a team fight. Fresh catches me, and Jin tries to catch up. I do not have my MURAMANA yet. Now, Malphite complains that I should have went in. Now, whilst he doesn't know that I was close to MURAMANA, I was really close to MURAMANA. And I probably could have just done this fight. I was afraid that if I go in, I'll simply be CC locked and killed, because Heimerdinger comes in as well and lays out some turrets. That's really hard to deal with. Could I go in on Heimer? I was scared. He'll just grenade me. Something bad will happen. And that's as much as I do. I'll put that down as a bad play, because I could have definitely went a bit more ham there. See, look, I've got MURAMANA now. I could have decimated all three of them. That lack of awareness lost me there. I felt like I wasn't strong enough to deal with them. Even without MURAMANA, I think I could have dealt with them quite well. By that time they get away, so I'll just get the minions I can that Caitlyn's enraged me for, and then go get my S1 gauntlets. So, Iceborne, Catalyst, and MURAMANA. That is about 800 mana, 500 plus 800, right? 800 mana plus, well, 1000, so 1800 extra mana. It's pretty good. They engage on a Fiddlesticks who's got out of position. Now watch. That Jin is probably their MVP. And now that I simply have MURAMANA, even though I haven't built any AP, any magic damage, I'm able to do that much to him. Let's see again. Oh, does a bit of damage. Auto attack does the proc, then you get the double proc and Thunderlords from that, and then Q will finish him off. Now there's a problem I did there. I'm starting to think that my combo should start with E rather than W after the Riftwalk. Because as far as like animations go, there's basically no cast time on cast and Z, so you can E and then auto attack pretty rapidly. I believe. I think so. I did it in a practice door. Anyway, quick mastery emote and then we'll decimate the rest of the team. So Fresh has a bit more magic resistance and a bit more armor from his Ninja Tabi. But a quick level 4 Riftwalk is all we need. And we just go back onto Sion to get him. The rest of the team is there. And then just turn them away with that Focus Pulse. That was all we needed there. Anyway, that was a good fight. Jin is their MVP right now, and getting rid of him so early on made the team fight absolutely easy. This is why I really love this build. You become an assassin and you don't have to worry about getting blown up or having to do your job and getting out of there. You can actually kind of stay in and deal a bit more damage. And function as a form of bruiser or tank as well, soaking a bit of damage up. I get my Mercury Treads because of the amount of enemy CC. Also Fiddlesticks. I get a no magic mantle as well. I believe I want to finish my Abyssal Mask. That was a bit of a fail. Let's look. Right, so TP. I TP'd in to help Nocturne, by the way. Nocturne was on his own. Right, now, auto attack, which I cancelled by moving. So that's a fail. I Q Fiddlesticks to stop the drain. I could have Q'd Sion to stop the channel. Then I auto attack. That hits. And then, look at this. I'm about to do another normal auto attack, but I cancel it with W, meaning I effectively lowered my own potential DPS. I E the wrong way, and then auto attack him again. Once I got the job done, I could have done that better. And that's a mechanical thing. So I did, earlier this day, of this replay, I tried to practice a bit of Kassadin. Now look at this. Oh, that's proper Q. That kind of 0.1 second silence interrupt is enough to interrupt Sion's Q. which is awesome. I tried to DPS him a bit, and whilst I probably would win this fight, it's not something I'd like to stay inside. Because he is Sion, he can get a burst of damage whilst I'm like stunned for however long. He does have a shield, he does have all this. I'm not exactly new to Sion. We'll see, here's a Bramble Vest, and that would be embarrassing to die to. See, as I said, I was in a practice stall practicing the combo, and that's when I decided to go E first rather than W, well, auto attack first in the combo. And I think that would work better, and that's something I'm going to need to commit to quite often, because clearly my mechanics are messed up, perhaps because of a summer of hating League and not playing it. Anyway, this is Mountain Drake I just want to take for ourselves, because I think, oh hell yeah, the enemy jungler's not here. And we're stronger than they are. They can't possibly contest this. Bam. Fresh goes in for no reason. I dared him to go in on that. Now. This fight is a bit... I don't think this fight goes well. I try to ult around, and then I find Heimer. So he's in the way, and I'm thinking, where can I possibly go? Dodge the Sion? This is my thought process. I don't think this fight goes well. I go to find Jhin. Unfortunately, I can't find Jhin. He's way too far. So I try to kill Fresh in the meantime, but he's got so much armor and so much magic resistance I could hardly deal with him. And then I run away here, and then there's a Sion. And then I run away the wrong way, take a hit from blue buff, and then take a surprise hook from the Fog of War, and meet my end. What could I have done? For one, I didn't have to ult this wall. My team was here. I could have just went here. Either like obviously, my thought process was to go here because I'm away from Sion there. You can't possibly get over this wall. But it would have made more sense to jump here. Like my team is here. Sion will die soon, and I'm immediately away from danger. Like, it didn't have to be a fresh Q, it could have been a Jhin W, and I would have died. Overall, wasn't very good. I believe that's the only death I have this game. And Rumble will die as well. That's okay, we've got high advantage. As I said, Jhin is the MVP, he's now 10-4-4. But it's about time I put him in the dirt one more time. So I'm getting really aggressive in this top fog war. Now Heimer, do I need to say anything? I mean, he's 392. He even has a Zonias that he forgot to use. So I can push top because I'm hyper mobile. I'm hyper damaging. With resistances I'm able to duel. Like an AD carry can't solo defend from me. Even two people can't duo defend from me. So I'm here, and I want to go over the wall because I know Jin's in the area. This is a very cheeky little fight here. Fresh has got too many resistances for me to pierce through. So I really can't deal with him. Like, obviously I could kill him in a 1v1, but the world is not so kind as to give me a 1v1 with a support. So regardless, I'll just start making my way over here. For some reason I go there, and now, what do you think I'm going to do? Run away? No. Jhin is there, he's going to go away there. So I believe my course of action is just to run after Jhin. Two reasons. That keeps Jhin away from the fight, keeping him away from the rest of my team. Stopping him from doing anything. So, effectively zoning him, I suppose. Not only that, but when he does be a bit cocky, like Fiddle goes into the actual team fight. So Jhin, he wants to contribute at this point, but he can't because I'm here. But he gets a bit too close, so I go full aggression. He pops the heal, and then to finish him off I just decide to waltz. Yeah, I don't want to get rooted, I don't want any of that. And then I join up with the rest of my team who are now dealing with Sion and Heimerdinger. Pop that. I think I thought about just going... Wait, no, I didn't join up my team. I just went because I'm low and I have low mana. That would make sense. Anyway, getting another Glacial Shard. I've finished my Abyssal Mask, which is going to give me more damage on my ults. I go back in and start wailing on Thresh, because why not? You get a bit more damage from Caitlyn. And because I can stick to him forever, that's a lot of damage on him. And I accidentally recalled there. Yeah. That happened. I now do a lot of damage, and I'm really tanky. Meaning I can do that. I don't think regular AP casting would kill faster. To kind of have that, how do I say this, commitment to a team fight, to be in there, not just going in and out, provides a unique kind of advantage of which I really am fond of. It's also worth noting that when casting originally got nerfed in season patch 5.12, 5.06, 5.04, one of those, when his Riftwalk got halved in length, the mana cost also went down. And I had started this build just before that patch had happened. And the thing is, everyone said, oh, no, just Castin is good, because he's only known to be AP. So, when I looked in towards the mana part of it, I thought, wow, this is a buff. My AD Castin is freaking broken now. And then they buffed it again, they lowered the mana cost of it again. And then it was like, so strong. I was doing it all the time. Maybe I should have abused it in ranked a bit more. But yeah, that was brilliant. Until eventually, of course, they compensated Castin with AP ratios in the ult, buffing him constantly, and now he's back in action. Which is fine. People can play AP Castin. So I go back here because I want to get some kills. Jhin gets a bit too close because he's scared of the knockdown fight. He's trying to position for that, I guess, and then he dies. So with Jhin out the way, I can have free reign of these guys here, and I go for the Thresh first because he's squishier. And Sion is full tank. And then of course Heimer appears, so I want to go in on Heimer. Again, I do alt, Q auto because W was on cooldown I suppose. Fiddlesticks comes up. I didn't even notice he was there. But when he flashes, that's when I realise I need to do this little fight. Caitlyn is still pushing, so I have this little 1v2 situation here. I queued Fiddle to get rid of the drain, or well, really just damage him, I suppose. I ult over Sion. I wait for him, and then finish him off. Sion doesn't even try to go for me, so I give him a little bit of disrespect. Fresh says to GG, and I'd say that was pretty good. That was a pretty good display there, even though we are in the advantage. The main thing that won the team fight once again is killing Jhin immediately, because he is the MVP, he is the carry. Would it be differently if they were a stronger carry, like a mobile carry like Tristana? Yes, because it's so hard to reach her. But that's the same with everyone. It's the same if it was Twitch. If it was Twitch and he comes out of stealth, you just make your way to him. You can abuse your own mobility to kind of not die to his positioning and his ult, but same kind of thing. You have a lot of assassin power, and you won't even die if you get kited because you've got all this defense. And it's a really strong build. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it viable past gold or plat? I don't know. Because I haven't been there. Because I don't play ranked. Because I was stressed enough in normals. Not stressed, just I was annoyed and tilted enough at just normal games a while ago that I just completely didn't want to play ranked at all. Now it's November the 5th currently as I'm recording this, and I probably want to get, I believe season ends tomorrow, so I think I have to go for gold now. Even though I won't get any rewards, because if you didn't know this, I kind of got a 14-day ban a while ago, which is why the Jana video never happened. But I'll try to get gold today maybe, or I'll just play for fun. Overall, I really don't care what I end the season with, but gold 5 sounds a bit better than silver 1. So yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this has been informative and or entertaining. Have fun if you do build AD casting in the future. and let me know any suggestions for stuff you want to do. I have heard the suggestion for Ninetales Yorick build. I am so intrigued by it, and it just kind of opened my eyes to what exactly happened with the rework on Yorick, as in the rework where his ghouls have more range, are smarter, etc. I don't think Iceborne Gauntlet is nearly as necessary. Trinity Force makes a lot more sense now, and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you guys very much for watching. There'll probably be a Yorick video at some point. Probably some videos from these ranked games I'm about to play, and I'll see you next time.